What's different about you this year? You have the time in the Cape last year. You were bouncing back and forth between starter and reliever last year. How have you seen yourself evolve, and where do you see yourself right now?
I think it's just more of being, accepting whatever role you get. Last year, I did have the chance to start some SEC games. Throw in the back end of the pen in the beginning of the year, a little bit of middle action. So, it definitely makes you ready. I started this whole summer, so, just being ready for whatever's called. It could change from first weekend conference play to the beginning of the season to, hopefully in the long run, like, you're going to need all hands on deck in all positions. So I think, the experience definitely helped, and it's going to be good for the long haul. But, yeah, absolutely.
What's the difference heading into year two now? a little bit different from the point over Cardinal Newman, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Freshman year, I got to be around a bunch of guys, great guys like Adam Hill, Cody Morris, dudes that had done it before, competed in the league, knew how to get guys out. So I think taking that year to kind of, mentally get ready for college ball, it was definitely going to be different, and I knew that. But last year, finally getting my feet wet, getting out, doing it, like I said, starting, middle relieving, all that stuff. So, year two is the same mentality, just whatever role that needs to be done. Like, I'll be more than willing to do it.
How did you go about your off season? Because obviously, after having a year of experience under your belt, I'm sure the off season probably was just a little bit different.
It was. I got to play up in the Cape Cod League this summer, which was a great experience. Getting to play against a lot of talent up there. Kind of seeing like how I sized up with those guys, which, I think when you actually go out and do it and then you see like, okay, I can compete at this level, it definitely helps your confidence and, your mentality changes a little bit from a standpoint of like, maybe you're a little hesitant to just, being able to go out there, do your thing and know that you can get the job done.
What's your personal expectations in terms of what you want to be able to achieve in order to help this team?
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I'll do whatever role is called upon. Obviously everybody when they commit to South Carolina, you want to be the Friday night guy, but obviously there can only be one Friday night guy. So, whatever role it is, if it's, starting a midweek, throwing the back end of the pen on the weekend, whatever it is. But, we know that we have the staff to get a lot of, reach our goals, get good stuff done, and then hopefully be making a long run this year. But, absolutely.
With the way things ended last season, I know it kind of left a bitter taste in some of the mouths of these guys. Would you say there's you guys feeling any kind of pressure to get back to Omaha this year? Or what do you guys feel?
I wouldn't say pressure. It's just more of a stamp. It's an expectation of this program, and we know that we have the talent to do it, we have the staff to do it, we got the bats to do it, and it's just going to be a matter of getting out there and getting the job done. But it's not one of those things that we walk around and say we have to get back to Omaha this year. We have to, but I think if we do what we're capable of doing, then there's going to be a really, really good chance that you see us back there.
Coach Kingston was saying one thing he likes about y'all staff this year is you got a lot of options. You can move around some pieces. Kind of like you said, you're prepared to, be a midweek guy. You can be a bullpen guy. Right. How does that help, or how would you describe, I guess, the mentality of this staff, knowing that a lot of guys are going to be interchangeable and you guys are just ready to go on the bump and get some outs?
I think it's going to bring out the competitive nature in everybody, is because that if you slip up one time, there's somebody there that's clawing and ready to take your job. And I think that's a good thing. It's not to put pressure on anybody or anything like that, but we have multiple guys that can do multiple different things. And obviously when you get that all together and we have a bunch of guys that can do all little things together, then it's going to work out really, really well.